Hey guys, Devin Gridley at Allfather Fitness. I know it's been a while, but uh, quick little update. Basically, I got a full-time job doing landscaping, so doing videos has been a little bit more difficult. You can probably see, or maybe you notice, it's a little bit more dark outside. It's obviously later. Getting this light to be even close to what it normally is was absolutely horrendous. But anyway, I'm going to be talking about a big giant scam and lie in the fitness industry, and whether they believe it or not, it's just a huge thing that's going on right now. Super popular, especially since the pandemic happened and people are forced to stay in their homes and such. And it's really fat burning exercises. Now, I've said this a million times before. I'm going to have to say it a million times again. I'm just going to have to get used to having to repeat myself saying this. Exercise doesn't burn fat. You don't you don't burn fat, okay? The way you lose weight is a calorie deficit. I know I've said this a million times before. There's a million videos you could watch from me or other people. You don't need to exercise to lose weight. You don't. It's a huge scam. That's really the whole entire scam around. It's like a big bubble, okay? There's that is the fact that you need to exercise to lose weight. It's not true at all. And then there's a tiny bubble on the inside, which is fat burning exercises. And this is a really powerful one. This is one you see everywhere, whether you believe it or not. You see it from people like V-Shred, Chloe Ting. Next Workout just did a video on him. There's millions of other people I could say their names, but fat burning exercises where they do things like they do a circuit where they do push-ups, sit-ups, a plank, whatever. They do any type of exercise within a circuit. And the reason this is so powerful is because, one, they clickbait you and they say, oh, 10 minutes to get a six-pack, or lose fat on your arms. Chloe Ting says that a lot. And she does things like this. Let me tell you something. That doesn't burn fat, okay? It barely burns calories, much less a lot of fat. How you lose weight is a calorie deficit. Calorie deficit is not based on your exercise or how much you move around or anything like that, actually. It's based upon how much food you put in your body. That is how food is measured, through calories. Now, the normal person on average eats 2,000 calories a day. That's why I see it on the thing. Not a lot of people actually do that. It's just, that's what they put on the thing. Whatever. Don't base your calorie maintenance on 2,000 calories, because it's going to be off by probably a lot. Counting your calories is it's not difficult, but it's a little bit more complicated than just saying some number. If you need help with that, I just made a video, or my last video, I guess. But you need to stop believing in the fact that exercise burns fat or makes you lose weight, because it's not true. Exercise will actually make you gain weight, and what I mean by that is obviously building muscle. Exercise is meant to there's many different exercises obviously, but mainly when you talk about exercise, people think about lifting things and doing cardio. Cardio is obviously different than lifting things, but lifting things is going to build you muscle. Running will also build you muscle, lots of leg muscle. Running takes a lot out of you, but it burns a lot of calories. Does working out burn a lot of calories? No, it doesn't. So really, scientifically, I can say you don't need to go and work out to lose fat, as well as the fact that you can just logically think about the fact that if you go for a 10-minute walk, it's going to be a lot better than you doing a 10-minute routine of a circuit workout, because you don't burn that many calories. Going for a 10-minute walk will literally burn more calories. I don't even need to pull up some scientific study or anything. It's just logical sense. You're using more muscles to go and do that. You might put more work effort into doing a 10-minute circuit. That doesn't mean you're burning more calories. You might sweat more. It doesn't mean you're burning more calories. Just because your heart rate is up doesn't mean you're burning more calories in that specific time. So take this for example. If you go and walk for an hour, you might sweat a little bit. It depends on your fitness level, basically. Maybe you'll sweat a little bit if it's hot outside or whatever, but usually you'll be fine. You won't even be out of breath. You'll be perfectly fine. Run for 10 minutes as fast as you possibly can, if you could even do that. I can't do that. I'm a track star in sprinting. I'm one of the best in the state. I can't sprint for 10 minutes straight It's impossible. Imagine sprinting for 10 minutes straight and walking for 1 mile. I don't need to pull up some calorie counter or whatever to know that walking for 1 hour is going to burn more calories than you sprinting for a literal 10 minutes full sprint 100%. It's going to burn more calories doing just the walking portion. People need to understand that if you want to get a good workout in, then by all means go and do your fat burning exercise. It's not going to burn fat though. You really need to realize that and stop believing in these little scams, because as soon as you stop believing in these tiny scams, you'll stop believing in big scams and nutritional scams, and you'll just start to catch on to these little minuscule things that people say work, or they're just white lies basically. So exercise, it's going to burn calories. It's not going to burn enough calories for you to lose fat. You can eat at your maintenance and you can do one of these workouts. Maybe you'll burn 100 calories. 100 calories a day is not enough to lose even 1 pound of fat a week. You need to be burning 500 calories per day to lose 1 pound of fat every single week. I've said that before. I'll maybe link it up if I find it. Channels, there's a lot of videos I made. It's pretty hectic. But basically, little rundown. 3,500 calories equals 1 pound of fat. You burn 500 calories per day. 500 times 7, that's 3,500. That means you lost 1 fat in a day. But basically the entire message, I know I've been rambling and all that good stuff, but entire message, stop believing in burning fat through exercise, because that's not what it is. You need to learn to put the fork down. You need to learn to control your appetite. You need to learn how to diet properly. You need to learn how to count your calories. And that sounds super complicated, but it's really not. If you don't want to count your calories, this is what you do. You cut all your portions in half. This is what I tell a lot of the people I help coach or whatever. And I just tell them, because they don't want to do the whole calorie counting thing. They don't want to get out a scale. They don't want to read labels. I know a lot of people, I could say doing all that, and they might do it for a week, and they're going to give up. So this is my simple solution. Cut all your portions to your meals in half. And if you're like dying at the end of the day, eat a little bit more the next day. And if you're not dying at the end of the day, you're just hungry and maybe you want a midnight snack, don't get the midnight snack. There you go. You're burning a good amount of calories per day. That's as simple as it gets, really. If you just cut your stuff in half, I just don't understand how people don't realize it's so simple to do something like this. Put the fork down and you'll lose weight. You'll lose fat. It's really not hard at all. I don't understand why people have to go and search for these shortcuts, these fat burning exercises, 10 minutes till getting 6-pack or whatever. And it's just so mind-boggling to me that people just either can't do research on the computer, or they can't just use their brain and realize, hey, you get fat from food. If I don't want to be fat, don't eat food. It's not crazy hard to understand. You don't need to have some kinesiology degree or some professor or some scientist or even me to tell you that. You can just use your brain and realize, hey, food makes you fat. Don't eat a lot of food. Like, it's really not hard at all. It's starting to bug me a lot. And the reason I'm making this video is because I was scrolling through my feed on YouTube and I saw like 3 videos in a row saying 10-minute fat burning exercises, and one of them had 1.1 million views. That means 1.1 million people believe that if they go and do this little circuit for 10 minutes, they're going to burn fat. And that is not the case, because you know what's going to happen? They're going to do that, and maybe it's healthy for them. It probably is healthy for them. Doing any exercise is healthy for you. But guess what they're going to do? They're going to burn calories, and then they're going to be like, hey, I'm really hungry right now. Then they're going to go eat, and guess what they're going to do? They're going to overeat. And guess what that's going to do? Make them fatter. Make them fatter. Not just fat, fatter. More fat. Not less fat, more fat. You need to learn to control your appetite to lose weight. That's what it comes down to. It's not doing exercise, not running, not lifting weights. Do all those things help? Yes, they do. Do you know what really helps in losing fat? Learning how to control your appetite. Do you know how many people do that? None. None do it. Apparently, 1.1 million people specifically don't know how to do that. So please, please, if you made it to the end of this video, just leave one message in your brain, and it be this: don't fall for stupid scams like that. And if you really want to learn how to lose fat, either look it up. You have the internet. You have literally infinite amounts of knowledge. A lot of it can be fake. A lot of it can be real. But now you watch this video and you realize, hey, exercising doesn't burn fat. Burning calories does. And you can burn calories by either doing things like cardio, not exercise, cardio or weightlifting. Cardio burns calories. Or if I'm too lazy to do cardio, which a lot of people are, me being one of them, don't eat as much. Don't eat as much. Put the fork down. Don't eat one meal. Don't eat 2 meals. Don't eat all day. I don't care. You'll lose fat if that's what it takes. If that's really what your goal is, to lose that much fat, don't eat. That's really all it takes. And that's what I want to leave you with. First video back. I think it was pretty successful. Over 10 minutes. I like it. It was just me ranting about eating less calories because that's all it takes, really. Obviously, I was kind of pissed off. Eat less calories. That's all I'm going to say. You know the drill. Follow, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next one.